right, guys. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Um, this installment of Teacher Tip Tuesday is being brought to you from about 40,000 feet, somewhere between Nashville and Las Vegas. We're heading out to Las Vegas this week. Yeah, there's a little bit of turbulence. Um, so I've been working on the newest teacher tip that I wanted to share with you guys. And this teacher tip is about Classroom Dojo, okay? Those of you who know me or have taught with me know I'm a huge advocate of Classroom Dojo, and I'm going to show you just how awesome it can be, okay? What is Classroom Dojo? See my guy over here, he started using Dojo, teaching just got easier. I cannot tell you how big of a difference and what a huge impact using Classroom Dojo in my classroom has made on managing behaviors and connecting with parents. I had all but one parent who were literally at the tips of my fingers every single day this past school year, and I could talk to them, they could talk to me. They knew exactly what was going on with their child, and it was absolutely phenomenal. In addition to managing their behaviors and connecting with parents, you can also collect behavioral data to share with their parents and to share with the kids. And this is a game changer when it comes to goal setting for these kids and them being able to see trends in their behaviors. It's also really great for those students who you need that behavioral data on for things like RTI and intervention, as well as IEP progress monitoring. And then finally, Dojo offers a really great growth mindset and a behavioral video series. So lots of really great things available for you in Classroom Dojo. All right. If you would like to see Classroom Dojo's about video, I'm going to link this presentation in the comments below. And this video here on SLY Teaching on Facebook. So if you want to actually see Class Dojo's about video, just click right here on these little guys, and it will link you directly to the video that Class Dojo has set up to show you exactly what it's about. Some things that you're going to see when you go into Class Dojo. Okay, first of all, we talked about managing student behaviors, and the way you do this is each student has a little avatar, a little monster, and you can either award them points for good behaviors, following expectations, following classroom procedures, or you can also take away points. And this is kind of on that theory that you may make a mistake in your day, but you can always go back up. Even if you lose a point, it's okay, because you can turn your behavior around and go back up in points to end your day on a good note. It's not just that stagnant red light, green light, yellow light, whereas you click down once, your day is shot. This is a true picture of what their behavior looks like. And not only when you reward points, you have the option to edit the student behaviors so the parents can see this in real time from their phone, from their work, from their computer, and they know exactly what kind of day their student is having. If their student has turned in their homework, if you choose for that to be one of your behaviors that you're tracking, if your student is, disruptive in class, or if the student is helping other children, parents can see this. It's reflected on their data, and it really helps the students keep themselves in check because they can see how many points they've gained. You can also, in the settings, make it show how many points that perhaps they've lost. So they know, well, I gained this many points, I lost this many points. And it creates some kind of healthy competition within the classroom to try to see who can have the highest number of points. Or students may need to set their own individual goals. Maybe you have a kid in there who's just constantly losing points. And if that kid were to end the day with positive 3 points, then that is great. They can set their own personal goals. You can track it as a whole class here. Really great way, though, to keep students in check. And what I love is you can operate the Class Dojo from your telephone and have it displayed like on your smart board or your screen in your classroom. And it also makes a sound every time a student gets a point. So if you just have this up and running in the background, students are going to hear a positive little ding when someone receives a point, or there's a bong kind of sound when students lose a point. So they know that behavior is still being tracked, even though you're not standing directly at the computer, and you can manage those behaviors from anywhere that you have your phone. So hallway, classroom, specials, you can share classes with teachers and so on. Um, Another awesome attribute about Dojo is connecting with parents. You can literally text message them at any point in the day or time. I love right here that it shows you exactly when they read the message. So there's no excuse for them to be like, oh, well, I didn't see your message, because you can see if you have an emergency with a student. This is one of the best ways, if your parent is not answering a phone call, to send this and you can see if they have read it. All right, the next piece in Classroom Dojo that I mentioned earlier is this behavioral data collection. And the really great thing is you can collect data for the whole class, and it puts it in this nice data presentation for you. So even with my first graders, they understood. We would look at this piece of pie and we would say, okay, what was our biggest strength? What was our biggest piece of pie in the green? What were we doing well? And then we could turn that around and say, well, what was our biggest red piece of pie? So where do we need to focus, and where do we need to start working a little bit harder? So as a class, it helped us set our behavior goals in the morning for our behavior core instruction, which is when we talked about behavior and set behavior goals for the day. You can also look at it by student. For us, we had what we called Fun Friday, and students had to achieve a certain percentage here to be able to achieve their Fun Friday activity. So it was really good. Midweek we could look at this and say, hey, right now you're, for student 2 right here is 75%. What is your goal? What do you have to have in order to get to Fun Friday? So it was a nice way to check in with students and, make sure they were aware of their student behaviors and what they needed to do to get back on track, not just individually, but as a whole class as well. I also mentioned that Dojo has a growth mindset and behavior series. And again, I'm going to post the link to this presentation in the comments on SLY Teaching on Facebook. And if you get into this presentation and you click this picture here, it's going to take you to the growth mindset videos. Now, this is linked through the actual Class Dojo website, so it may ask you to log in. I'm not sure if it will let you see it without a login, because of course I'm looking at it from mine and I have an account. This series is really great when you're talking about growth mindset, and it was really relatable, especially for our little kids who that's such an abstract concept of talking about we're growing our brain muscles, we're not there yet, we're going to get there, keep trying. And then this series over here, it's called where Mojo, this little guy, this little monster, his name is Mojo, and he meets his beast. So talking about controlling those emotions and controlling those behaviors. And I know for some of you, that may be a really huge rock who, you're dealing with students who aren't coming to school with that skill set of controlling emotions and using their words and being able to solve those emotional and behavioral problems that turn in sometimes to really big rocks within your classroom. So a really great series about controlling the beast here in this one. And again, if you click either of these pictures, it will take you to that series through Dojo. All right. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, feel free to follow me on Facebook at SLY Teaching, and also on Twitter at Leanne Yonker. Again, the link to both of those is right here in these photos. If you click those, it'll take you right there, and you can like and share and keep up with us for our next Teacher Tip Tuesday. All right, guys. We are off to Vegas, and until then, I will see you guys later. Have a great week.